All right, we're gonna switch to the reality. I think it's a reality camera. Wow. Hello. This is not what I wanted to show you. So right now we're sitting pretty all right with this guy, and I wanted to take this and kind of I want to build a platform for it, and I think the only real way to do that is to do it in ZBrush, so I think that'll assist me in basically I'm gonna build a square ground, add some little rocks and stuff to it just to kind of ground it, and then we're going to I'll probably just melt it all together, decimate it down, and then just do a quick like unwrap of it, and so we can texture on it. Because it's not all that, like the platform isn't too much of a focal point, and it doesn't need to be perfect or anything like that. So once we solve that, then hopefully if I can get to it by the end of the stream, I want to talk about the actual scene we're going to start working on. But yeah, cool. Let me make sure this is all good to go. How you guys doing? Hype? Yeah, I mean, what if I moved my head this way and I went into the monitor? Would that hurt your brain? Pretty sure I'd have an aneurysm. Okay, so let's move over, huh? Oh, I've got the new OBS as well, which is really nice because you can pause your recordings. It's pretty cool. Let's switch over to the focus here. Nice. Come on, load. I'd break the matrix. We got this new layout too, where it's just me. This should help with being able to see stuff a little better. I'm gonna change this. Okay. It's nice. I like. Move my phone over here. Okay. Let's okay, ZBrush here. And then I need to open maybe. Well, this song's kind of weird sounding. That's way louder than normal. Is that louder to you guys? That was was that louder to you guys? That was like my ears almost melted. You like it? Like I about freaked out there for a second. Okay, so I'm gonna load up the Highpoly, Lowpoly of this guy, and we'll just let's go. Let's look at these, and then let's append a plane. Very good, nice and green. I'm gonna fix that, and then let's I'm gonna select this plane. Get these low poly ones kind of exposed here, and then we'll rotate this. Hold down Shift so you can lock it into place. Man, having a gizmo is so nice. It's so nice. So I'm gonna go back to draw, and then fingers. Is it Z modeler? Yeah, I need the Z modeler. And then I want to extrude. Oh, right. What am I doing? This plane is not the plane it says it is. We need to turn the wire on here. Bedlam, what's up? How you doing? Hey, Elysium, what's going on? I got that jump scare. One more month, guys. Dude, you're almost there. I didn't catch the message, but thanks for the resub, dude. Where are we at here? Initialize. We want to make sure that this is kind of down. And then we'll make Polymesh 3D. Let's just rename it Quad. And then we'll go back to this guy. Probably can't see what I'm doing in this panel here. I guess if I'm going to be in ZBrush for a while, I'll just move this. I'll move this here. Does that work? Is that better? Yeah, so see how there's a lot of geo on that? We don't want that. Come on, brain. Selected, delete, okay. Append, quad, there we go. Select, shift, extrude. No. There we go. There we go. And then we can just go here. That should be enough for now. Ho ho. Hey, thanks for the follow. So this is your first time here and you just followed. Or have you been watching through like the YouTube channel or? Okay, just trying to get this all set up and then we're good. Oh, we gotta be careful about that too. If you ever have sculpting happening on the backside like that, you just need to go into your brush and turn that off. Just double click the side panel and then I think is it depth? No. Auto masking. Back face mask and click that. Should yeah. Cool. Cool. Okay. Tablet time. Delicious. Delicious liquids. In what is it? In 2.81 there is. So initially I think what I want to do is raise the whole ground up around this guy. Or thing. We don't know if it's a guy. If you need to see, if you do the transparent, then you can actually sculpt inside of it. Which is, if this isn't on, actually, you can't, it won't lift inside very well. Or accurately. Oops, we don't need that. So you could do transparent and then turn ghost on or off. Just soften this all up. We're just trying to get some shapes in here. Oh. There you go. I think what I'll actually end up doing as well afterwards is take this mesh and even just like paint an alpha around the outside edge, just so you get that nice like soft gradient away from the look of it actually being there. Oh, make sure this is turned down. So now holding down Alt, I want to kind of try and build up into some specific spots. And I think this might be Highpoly enough because I don't want too much detail. Just need to see where stuff is. Whoa, my stomach just made this crazy growling noise. I wonder if did you guys hear that? And make sure these nails are exposed. What brushes do you use? I mean, with the clay brush at the moment, but you're using anything else? One of the things I really like to use, if you press comma and you go in here, if you go to brushes, there's a bunch of brushes in here that aren't actually in this list. And one of my favorites is the trim smooth border, which is what you need for the rock stuff that you're doing. It gives you really nice like faceting. I'll show you because we got to add some rocks in here too. Hang on. I'm running into a tablet problem with my wire. It's like not long enough. It's not long enough, guys. Okay, so let's double tap this, close that side off there. Okay, we saved this, so you gotta go now. Have a good stream. All right, man. I'll see you later. It's all good. This will be all in the VOD for you. Oh, I just realized that this is like in the ground. That's not cool. What am I doing? What's happening here? There you go. Like a restrained version. Yeah, the mallet brush is a restrained version of the trim smooth border. So see, that's where, like, as a little bit of a tangent here, I go to the trim smooth border, right, and then put a square alpha on it. But then instead of using the pen, if you use your mouse, you can get the same effect with the mallet, but with the trim smooth border controls. It's pretty cool. Okay, let me just save this one more time because I did some tweaks. Because what we need actually now is some rocks. I'm actually going to just, let's see here. There was sphere. So I can show you how I use a trim smooth border brush as well. So we'll do like clay buildup. This is the stuff that Samuel probably wanted to see, but then was like, no, I'm missing it now. I'm sorry, you are. What the hell is going on? It's like just moving. There we go. We'll just W. Oop. We need a smooth on there too, right? There we go. Cool. Okay, so let's take this shape thing here, whatever this is. We'll just let's duplicate it for a backup. We'll go back to this one. Shift click on that so that it's only this one we're seeing. And we'll just do that. It's a really cheap, simple rock here. So I'm not really too particular about it. And I'll just duplicate it again. We'll go to this one. And then see like surface noise. And strength, I'm gonna keep pretty low. Noise scale, let's turn that up. Oh, I heard that. I heard that. Thanks for the follow. How you doing? How you doing? Just gonna grab these points and kind of try and make a little area of plateau. Oh, I'll grab this top one and bring this down. Actually, no, we want these the other way around. We want these below. Oh, no, I don't want that. There we go. And then let's hit OK on that. And then subtool and, oh, where am I at? Sorry, surface. Want to apply it and let's see how intense it is. Oh, the mesh is not nearly high res enough. Let's turn it up a little bit more up. Actually, we never accepted that. Ugh, that got dangerous. If you don't accept that when I exit out of the this remesh by DynaMesh, it actually would have lost all the sculpting that we'd done. So let's go back to this and we'll hit accept. Go back to here and then, so we're back in draw mode. We're gonna go, this rock is for the base of the tentacle, like the terrain that the tentacle is sitting on. Let's see here. What is my brain doing? Come on, brain. Surface noise, and noise is on. Apply to mesh. Cool. Not good enough. Let's do that. Let's go crazy. Let's go extreme. There we go. Hit OK on that. Let's apply that. There we go. Let's shrink this down. Actually, before we add the noise, let's go to the morph target. Let's store the morph target, which is basically storing the positions of all the vertices of the original mesh. Then we will apply the surface distortion. You can see that there. So that's been applied to the surface. I will put this in my portfolio just so that I can say I'm adding stuff to my portfolio. Okay, so we got that in there. Now, if I go and press B and then, what is it called? Morph target. So we need the morph brush. So we press M. You see I have the morph brush here. It's just BMO. So MO. You can see I'm like looking for the keyboard. This mic is huge, man. I need to... Building a who what? Dentober's real. What are you talking about? So with the morph brush, if I sculpt, you can see I get back the original mesh without the noise, which is kind of cool. Let's see if we can... I'm going to do the trim smooth and just kind of do some of this jazz. So we'll just soften up some of the areas so they're not so noisy. Oh, did she post? All right, I guess I don't have to hide it anymore. Yeah, super cool. I was trying to play coy. You see? See what I did there? Oh, I like that little hole thing there. So I'm just doing this to kind of like smooth some areas out. The thing is too is once you get these into a spot where you're like, oh yeah, cool, you can rerun the noise on it, but just like at a much lighter strength, and you can get some pretty good final results there, where these like flatter areas aren't necessarily so smooth or flat, but they're smoother than the rest. So okay, so now that we have that, we can go to surface, noise, where we at here, edit, and we want to lower the strength even more. Okay, let's apply that. Yeah, so that should be pretty subtle. This is some moon rock action going on here. So we do the wire on that. Let's save real quick. So nice thing about saving a file versus saving a subtool is you can store all of the stuff that you build in here is stored in that same file. That includes all of your undos. So just so you know, those files tend to bloat real fast. Let's see here. Okay, we want to remesh decimation. Where are we at here? Protect borders, keep UVs, the poly weight. Oh, there it is. I'm like, where is it? So let's go for a target of 28,000. Let's see what happens here. It's going to process it that first time too. Oh, that's a little low. But now that it's processed, you can just kind of dynamically shift this around to get it to somewhere that you feel comfortable. That's okay. That's okay enough, I think. Cool. Click this. Let's accept that. Okay, now we go back to the tentacle, and then let's actually select this terrain, and let's do a surface noise on this as well. They got mirror seam thing going on there. Gross. Samo's still here. Cool. Let's yeah, see, it's way too low res. What are we looking at? Polygon wise here. Yeah, let's go for 1 million. Ka-chug. Okay. Let's accept that. Then applying a mesh. That's a little better. It's a weird surface we got going on here. Okay, subtools. Let's append that rock, huh? We're just gonna delete. What's that? Let's delete all other subtools. There you go. Cool. And we go back to this one. Oh. Like, where you at, Rock? There he is. Rock's being weird. I'm just gonna do this manually because I don't have time for this. I don't have time for you, Rock. Just searching. Okay, then if we control drag, you'll get a dupe. Hey, thank you for the follow. Hey, dude, what's up, man? I get a follow just now? Jeez. Oh. Just trying to use Blender controls there. Okay, so we unhit all those. Let's just move this here, and then we'll just dupe all these. Oh, chug. You got this, computer. You can do this. I'm not sold on this yet. What time is it? It's 8:34. We gotta move faster. They would if I wanted to be really, really picky. Like really particular. But really I just want some ground for it to be. I mean, if I'll show you what I mean with that as well. Because like at the same time, they're not really in the way of it either. Right? Like I guess if they were a little bit more embedded with the rock, it would probably look a little, could probably lower part of this, right? And then switch to the rocks and dupe one of these over here. One of these clusters over here. And then just sink that down into the ground. But like even then, I think once I switch back to this and kind of expose some of these rocks away, like this. You get a little bit more of a natural look to it, I guess. But like you'd want this, you'd want the terrain to build up around. Ooh, that's weird. What is going on here? Oh, I see. It's because that rock is in the way. So smooth this out. Then bring it all back. Oh, minus those guys. But you're talking maybe more like... So you want to get real hardcore, you probably start putting like water lines and stuff that end up happening around the rocks. Like you can probably go a little bit more extreme like this. But you know what's really funny is it's really easy for us to overthink what we're doing. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, what is happening? There we go. Because like this is already... To me, this is already interesting enough, right? But I think if you really wanted to, let me save this. You could go in and start adding these lines for like runoff. Right? Well, my phone just blinked. Oh, it's like, hey, you just paid for Discord. Oh, thanks, man. It's like, even if it doesn't make sense for like how quickly I'm putting this all together, one thing that's really nice is the details that it implies. So like when you look at it from this view, right, you can start to see these lines that you're like, oh yeah, no, that's like, that's that runoff that you see. I shrink this down, you can really like dig in. All right, turn the intensity up. Smooth that all out. Oh. Because once you have that, then if you run the noise on top of it again, you're probably, let's edit that. Okay, not so. We apply that to the mesh. Yeah, and see now you're getting like just a little bit more of a pillowy look to it. I wonder though if I need to dip that front part down. We're gonna move out of here in a second to like this part right here. Whoop. I want to make sure we're giving this area right here the room. Oh yeah, see that's cool with the rock sticking out of the... Yeah, we're gonna have to add the noise to that again. So if you use surface, noise, apply to mesh, that should be good enough. Okay, so we've got our rocks, we've got our terrain. I'm gonna make a really dirty low poly mesh of this. So if we go here, we got our rocks. Let's unmask them. Let's go back up here. So I've saved it. So I'm gonna just start getting real destructive here. So I'm gonna merge these. Actually, no. I need to duplicate the terrain and I need to duplicate the rocks. And then I need to grab the duplicates, merge them down. Yep, so now I got this one, which is this mesh here. We're going to take this, and then we're actually going to treat this as our low poly. Remesh by DynaMesh, and because they're in the same subtool, they should hold quite well. But they'll also melt together. I'm going to lower this quite a bit as well. Let's see what happens here. A little too low. Turn it up a little bit. I mean, kind of works. Kind of works. Let's see what the... Yeah, that's fine. We can also have it... if we pull on this guy, you can't really read it from here. There it goes. Reproject. If it's down, it's no. If it's 1, it's a yes. So what it'll do is after it does the DynaMesh, it'll... Oh, this is going to kill the stream. Give me a second. Did that... I think we're okay. I'm going to take this. This is going to take a second. Stream might choke. Stream's still choking. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. So we've got our low poly mesh, and it's been like re-melded to what was under it. You can see it's now one mesh as well. So let's go to this gear. Let's just accept that and not choke the stream anymore. So this is our quote-unquote low poly mesh. I'm I'm going to go here now, and we're going to remesh by decimation. I'm going to bring this down to a game res. Let's get this down to, let's try 7,700. That's not bad. Let's see if we can go lower. Let's not go lower. Okay, so we got this piece here. We got this whole underside here. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of remove those, but I'm going to do that outside of this. I'm going to probably do it in Blender. Yeah, pretty crazy, right? So, okay, so I'm going to go to the gear, and I'm going to accept that. So we have this. I'm going to go ahead and export. Go to Blender. Oh, I think I export. Hang on. Just FBX exporter. Blender tests. Yeah, 4D, isn't that crazy? Or wow? Let's go to object, let's delete that, and then we're going to import an FBX, Blender test, ground, Lowpoly. Oh, that looks very not correct scale-wise. Where's the OBJ? Let me check the OBJ mesh. This one looks more correct. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of hold control and just kind of go along this edge here. I'm gonna deselect some of these. Actually, I'm going to do this really messy like. I'm just going to keep doing this. Oh, yeah, look at all that craziness in there. Yuck. I'm going to Alt-X and just grab all that. This is actually perfect. Okay, so I'm going to do like this. And then I'm going to wipe out some of these. You don't want the nasty ones getting through. These like weird triangulated. This outside edge won't matter for me too much though, as I'm planning on trying to alpha out the edge. I haven't tried that before, so I'm going to see how it goes. Has anyone in chat ever tried that? Dude, it's amazing, that whole Dynamesh process. Try and clean up these selections. Ooh, this song's good. Okay. I'm gonna snap this vert. I'm gonna snap it in half. Auto merge sets. There you go. Those are merged together. Okay. This mesh looks pretty crazy. I'm going to just get real gross here, and we're going to just unwrap it, top down, relax it, and call it good. So make sure it's all smooth first. There's some nasty things in here. I don't know about this piece here. That's going to bake horribly, I think. I probably should have noticed that one before. Actually, let me look at this one. What's going on here? Maybe I can just remove it. Dissolve faces? No? That's okay. Oh, what is going on here? We're going in, man. Scalpel time. Oh. Edge, cap, vertex, dissolve face, nope, dissolve vertice, dissolve vertice, dissolve vertice, snap welds, snap welds. We're gonna see how that bakes. Looks like assist. Not anymore. This color's not helping, is it? There we go. Okay, so let's man, this is not gonna unwrap well, but let's try it out anyways. I'm still not used to this whole unwrapping thing. It's here. I know you're here. Dude, that's not loud for you guys? 40, thank you. So why can't I see my UVs? What's going on here? I guess I changed. There we go. I was like, I changed it somehow. Oh, that's how. UV edit. There we go. So yeah, this is. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna go back to here. We're gonna take this guy. I'm gonna export it. We're gonna export it as an FBX. Unwrap. That's an unwrap if I've ever seen one. We have no idea how that's gonna turn out, but let's check it out, huh? Okay, this song is, I don't know about that. Okay, we're gonna save this just in case something crazy happens. Let's say new. Is there I wonder if I can just add that to the file. Where's this? Tests. It's not telling me the file name. That's cool. That's real cool. File open. I exported it. Should be okay. Okay. Dude, I don't even know. Blender things? No. Blender tests? That username, no. What are you talking about? 40, I am. I am. Okay, where the heck is that tentacle at? Oh, that username? Yeah. Yeah, how did you get that username? Wow. Is that killing you, wow? Blender test tentacle. Okay, let's bake Blender test tentacle. Open. Oh, this is gonna bug me, guys. My brain is hurting right now. Oh, no way. You just converted your name to Hex. That's hilarious. That makes so much sense. So I guess I didn't save it as a blend file. That would be really weird. I think it's UV of tent. Here's risking it, huh? Hey! There it is. So, tentacle UV low poly. OBJ. All right. With ground. There you go. Terrible. All right, let's see if how badly this broke. That works surprisingly well. Okay, so I take it this default OBJ is the... Yeah, it's the ground. Dude, 40... Dude, 18 months. PogChamp for sure. PogChamp. With ground and texture and maps. With ground and texture and maps. It's a Wagatama. Okay, so we got this guy, right? We don't need this symmetry jazz going on here. We also don't need shadows going on right now. Where you at, shadows? There you are. Bap, 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 bap. Hey, Radio Man, what's up? How you doing? Let's bake maps. We're going to do a 1024 of the ground. And we're going to remove that one. And then we're going to go back here. This is why I saved separate ones. So if we go to the rocks, we need the rocks to be green. Let's go to color. Bring this up here. No red. No blue. Just green. Then we'll fill object. And then we'll go to the ground. And we'll make this red. And no green. Ooh, I like that yellow. Fill object. And then we will, let's see here. Move it down one. So now we got these. Very good, very good. Okay, I'm going to save this. I'm going to take these guys, merge down. Chug, chug, chug. Let's export you. Oh yeah, where's that weird rock? Where are you at? Is it this one? It might be. All right, well, whatever. Is it possible to speak in acronyms? I'm doing all right. Still got a really small cough, but it's all good. Ground, Highpoly. Hit OK. Exporting. Writing OBJ with poly paint. Oh, it's 9 o'clock already, guys. We're not going fast enough. I just realized this is not English. I like it. How's everyone doing in chat? I don't know how many are watching because I got rid of that button, but hope you guys are doing all right. If you're new here, please follow the channel. We stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursday, which, by the way, this Wednesday I will not be streaming because it's birthday bonanza time to go out for food and drink with many of friends. Oh, Nick, going for it. All right, going back here. Let's add here the ground Highpoly. And we're going to attempt the bake. Let's attempt it at a low res first so that it's fast. We'll just do the normal. Baking. That's taking a while. I'm guessing that it's loading the mesh, the Highpoly mesh. I've not seen this window before. This is new. Dude, that's pretty hardcore. Okay, I'm gonna kill that. Baking canceled. You gonna close the window? What's happening here? This is a doozy. Come on now. Come on now. There you go. Wow, that's a weird one. Okay, so we got that. This is all good. I just want a normal map. Can you just give me a normal map? Okay, I'll do ambient occlusion too. So it must be, oh, bruh. There we go. Okay, so it does look to be working. Let's do all these 1024. This is where the stream dies. I'm sorry. That's cool. It's giving you the good old rundown now. Curvature, position, and thickness. Let's do this. Oh. Okay. Ooh, yes. Boop, boop. That looks pretty decent to me for being slapped together. What do you guys think? Okay, I'm gonna move me over here now. Kind of sad the nails are so embedded in the dirt. Tenaru, what's up, man? Thanks. Okay, so we've got the poly paint turned into a color map, right? So let's save this. Tom Paul, what's up, dude? How you doing? So one thing I wanted to do that I don't even think I have set up currently is so if we're in here and we got texture maps, there we go. We want this song though. No. That's a good looking tentacle. Hey. I reckon that's a pretty nice looking tentacle you got there, sir. Thanks, man. We're opacity. All right, so we got opacity. Can we just make a layer? This is my guess, because this could be a cool way of presenting. So we get a fill layer, right? We go here. We just enable the opacity. Oh, I'm gonna bring myself over here. We just enable the opacity, right? So that's the only channel that this has got. If the opacity goes down, oh yeah, I'm not seeing it. So we need a different shader, I think, for this. PBR metal rough with alpha blending. There we go. We want that one. PBR metal rough with alpha blending. Okay, so we close that. This should, yes, cool. Okay, so we got this fill layer, right? We can make a mask, a white mask, and then when we paint black, right, it should just go away, shouldn't it? Maybe I'm... Samo, what's up, man? So my hope is I can do this. Aha! It's the other way around. Cool. All right. So we make this a... You gonna watch that sweet replay later? Dude, nice. So we'll make this a black mask. And now we should actually be able to... Yes. Oh, this is great. So I should be able to just kind of do this pretty softly, like this. And then we can bring it back after. Sorry for all the clicks you're hearing right now. What is it? Sorry, not sorry? Dude, cool. It's definitely some guesswork going on here. Oh, and then we can actually, I think we can take this and add like a levels to this. Oh, we can. Oh, this is great. Can really bring that in there. Dude, that's cool. All right. Problem is when you start getting the alpha on the rocks, alpha, dude, that sounds like the best drink ever. Yeah, I'll have a alpha on the rocks. Just gonna make sure that these guys are nice and solid here. Dude, this is crazy. I was just theorizing this in my head. Like, oh, this would be cool if you could do this. It's kind of a cool way to present. Let's go back to the levels here and just kind of let those fan out a little bit. Pretty interesting way to present, yeah? Right, so we can bring this forward just to make sure that those... There we go. Cool. That's cool. So we got alpha edge going on there. Then we need to make two fill layers. One needs to be for the rock, and then the other for the dirt. I like the irregularity of it. It's kind of interesting looking. So let's turn these on, and we make sure that the opacity is not affecting in these ones, right? Because by default, it looks like the opacity is going to be on. I would have recommended doing a more circular environment and then doing a distance master. Yeah, I'm just being lazy. But you definitely, if I was going about this in like a really particular way, I think I would have done exactly what you're saying. Pretty cool though, looking at it with like this kind of a regular way. Anyways, okay, so I'm gonna group these. So we have these actually need to be like base color. It's interesting seeing it all irregular and whatnot. But yeah, so if we go here, let's make a, I think it's a black mask. We can invert that later if we want. Add a mask based off color selection. And then we want to pick the color. And this is the rock, so we pick the rocks. And with that, you can see we've got the rocks masked out. So in the base color for the rocks, we're going to just take those and just make them a color for now so we can see them. And then for the dirt technically doesn't need a mask because it'll be under the rock, so that'd be fine. Maybe we make this one green just so we can see. Yeah, it's looking pretty clean. The nice thing about these being separated like this now too is you can actually control. So let me see here. We only need to be worrying about color and the roughness. So we can change the dirt roughness, and then the rock. Go to the rock here. Color and roughness only. We can change the rock roughness to something a little bit more diffused. I am starting to get a weird artifact going on right here. I think that is the alpha. Just make sure this is shrunk down. There we go. Yeah, cool. Yeah, this kind of feels like it's more underwater, right? Or you're talking about the dirt itself. So I think for the dirt, maybe we can give it like let's start with like that color, and then maybe we'll make it a little earthier in tone. I'm gonna go to just color view, so we can see what we're working with. I'm gonna start with adding some layers in here. So I think we can add a filter, and then on that filter we can do no, is it not filter? What is it? Add a generator, there it is, and then light. Add a light there. Oh, actually, we dupe this layer. Call it light. Give this another color. Go to white mask, and then add a generator and add light. Light's looking at the normal map too. That's good. So that's the mask itself. So we can maybe light attenuation. Like which angle looks the best for side effects. What's up? How you doing, man? So, okay, so that's our, okay. We'll see. I haven't really, not really sure on that one yet. Let's do the light last. Edges. Add a fill. And then we want the maps, ambient occlusion. What we want is curvature. I think it's this one. Yes. We'll do a levels on this. We'll press M, look at the full shebang. Hero, what's up? How you doing? Oh, you got a new PC? Oh my God, that's exciting. That's super exciting. So we're looking at these edges here. This is the edges for the dirt, so we don't pay attention to the rocks here. And then I think maybe I need to add like a filter and a blur. Turn that blur up. Probably dupe this one. Edges. Deep. This one will invert. Turn the blur off for now. There was another thing that we were adding in the previous stuff. Not curvature. Maybe it wasn't a generator. Maybe it was a filter. Oh man, I can't remember what it was called. I guess I need to go back in here. Blur levels fill. All right, I was doing that. 3D linear gradient. I need a gradient on that ground, that's for sure. So it's 9:19, guys. I think at the 45-minute mark, I'm going to talk about the next project. Ha, this song. Put a mask on there. Yes, the next project. The one we're actually going to finish. So the temple was never meant to be finished, but we're going to... And the like building that I was working on is just me learning Blender. Yeah, that sounds super nice. Side effects. Generator. 3D linear gradient. Balance. Balance. Contrast. Oh yeah, look at that. Environment project. Indeed, an environment project. I can't decide between solely in Blender or if I should be using Unreal. Unreal on stream is not a fun experience usually. Okay, what are we looking at here? So this color should probably be this one, and the edges should be still be lighter. But then this deep color should be something like that. Maybe not so much blur. Base color needs to be darker too. Maybe another color. Deep needs to be inverted. There we go. Oh, I see what happened. Hang on here. Filter. Blur levels. Invert. Actually, that didn't need to be inverted. It's the deep that needed to be inverted. What am I doing? There we go. Get those nice gradients in there. It just needs to be on top of the gradient. What color to make it? Is it a little on the saturated side? I'll lower that down. I'm just tweaking values here, guys. Hope you guys are doing all right. Okay, now I think we need the light. The light! Like a bluish teal. On the edge of your seats for this new project. Hopefully it's interesting to you guys. Okay, I need generator, light. There we go. Could add a blur on this now. So you get the directional light, but you don't get the noise from the actual sculpt. And maybe a levels as well. You've never encountered the light generator? Dude, it's... You guys showed me it. It's awesome. All right, let's get these rocks a little bit more in range. So the dirt, the brightness of the dirt is not working for me, and I think mainly because it's fighting with the it's fighting for attention with the tentacle. So I need to make sure that this highlight maybe is not so strong. There's arguably too much detail going on here as well. That looks a little better. Maybe the blur is just toned down more. That's pretty interesting. So basically we need to get it kind of in the same range as the base here. Yeah, this purple, we could go more into like a... I do like the purple. I think everything just needs to be toned down more. Because you want it to be grounded, but you don't want it to pull the attention away, right? Does that make sense? I think we need to get the color on the rocks first, and then we'll be able to... we'll be able to make a little bit more of an educated decision on this type of stuff. Is this the light? Yeah, it is. So it's the light on the dirt. Literally grounded. Wow. Okay, so this is already helping quite a bit. So this is light, the light direction on the rocks themselves. So I think if we take this and we maybe almost like putting sand on the rocks, right? Maybe we need to tone it down a little bit, but that's helping. So we got the light there. We got these edge highlights. We need a gradient. This one only needs to be color, and I think only color. So this is edges. Edges. Let's see what color we can push through here. Got that, got a levels. Let's do a blur. Not a bevel. So these are more, oh, interesting. Okay, so let's grab the edge highlight and make it the same as this, and then we'll just give it a little bit more color and brighten it up. And this base color will really bring this down, so that way it sticks out from the rest of the scene. Edges probably needs to go down a little bit more as well. Maybe not even enough. It's too much blur, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Okay, now we need that gradient. Oh, this color. What am I doing? Okay, base color needs to be that, and then the gradient needs to be brighter. And then maybe even another color. That's interesting. Maybe. Black mask. Generator. Lights. No, we're already doing light. We need a gradient. .3D gradient. Gonna be honest, it's kind of hard to read. Maybe on top of all this, we're gonna make a color that kind of brings in this color here. And it's just color, and it needs to be a black mask that's being filled with ambient occlusion. And then levels, inverted. Oh, not a fill. No. What am I doing? Filter. Blur. Let's get rid of that noise. Let's multiply. Ooh. Rock. Oh my god. What is happening? Edges. That's kind of interesting. Doesn't really match the style. I think it's the amount of, like, when we use the noise generation on the mesh, that kind of jacked with stuff. Jojo, what's up? How you doing? How are things? Let's look at the light. Let's see if we can not, like, do that. The top down, maybe. And then we do the blur. Be a little less blur. 937. 937. So remember the blue that's up here? It's on the rocks. Maybe that will help us. Just kind of ties it all together. Gonna need that probably on the dirt too. Light. Aziz. Light. I'll just tone it down a little bit. Make it more. Edges need to be on top of it. And probably not yellow. That helps. That helps a little bit. Whoa. Oh. Hey, thanks for the follow. Fruity Cupid, thank you for the follow as well in Too Fat Crew. Lovely name. I don't know about that one. Okay, so if we go to the very top here, we've got this like AO thing that we're doing. That's interesting. I wonder what happens if it's a bright color. And we don't blur it too much. Huh. Yeah, I think the AO might be a bit intense as well. Yeah, you're talking about this guy up here. It's mainly being used to add color. Look at that. Is that good? This looks good, right? How did you blend the edges? What do you mean? You talking about this AO thing here? It's like super old school approach. So if I minimize this, we've got our rock, we've got our dirt, and then we've got our AO. Whoops, AP. But what I'm doing is I've got a layer. So the shader, I've actually switched it so that it's PBR metal rough with alpha. And then I added a texture for opacity. And then this layer is only doing the alpha. And I've actually painted where the alpha is. Ghetto. But it works. I think it works pretty well. You can see through it sometimes, but we don't care about that. We don't mind. Spicy old, yeah, dude, super spicy. So I think for all of this together at the very top, we should add one more paint layer. Incorrect code, guys. That's like a color that works with this asset here that pulls attention away from the ground and keeps it on the tentacle itself. And then we'll alt click this color, so we're just affecting the color. And then we're going to put a black mask on there, and then add a generator and a 3D gradient. I'm gonna really push that contrast. And I'll probably invert that. It's funny because it really pushes away a lot of the details we were working on. That's whatever. .3D gradient, so sick, man. Nom 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 nom. It needs a gizmo though where you can control the direction of the gradient, because right now it's pretty nasty. Like it's position start and end, but it's using positional data, where they just need a gizmo here that has like a gradient line that you can move it around. So let's add a levels here, and then we'll, like, if I alt click this, you can see it, right? We'll go to this levels and we'll invert it. And then we'll just we'll push these values around where we want. So like at the very tippity tops of these rocks, the tippity top, we'll get a nice layer of not seeing that this color. So now those rocks should be popping out a little bit, right? But then the gradient, like as it goes down, it kind of starts to apply that color. Maybe it needs to be darker. I'm not sure yet. Maybe not as saturated either. And then let's go here and just kind of shift these around to see where that looks good. I also think I need to go back down here and paint. Yeah, you can see I can just erase. Swanky. It's wacky. I'm just going to lower this, because this area needs to come back a little bit. And then I guess if we press C, so it's 9:46. We're about to get into this this talk about the new stuff here. Just give me a second here. So this alpha edge has no stuff going on it, but we need to look at the roughness information here. So roughness for the dirt should be a little low. It looks very Zerg, and it's funny that you should say that, Korean gamer. Let's see this roughness. What is this? The deep crevices. We'll just make that extra rough. And then what is this one? It's the gradient. Gradient doesn't need any of that stuff. Light doesn't need any of that. Edges. I'm going to actually make the edges light on that roughness too. Just why not? StarCraft Days catching up with you. Ah, no. Okay, rocks. Base color, roughness. Rocks are going to be pretty light. Maybe I'll make them like this. We'll see what that looks like. Gradient doesn't need any light, doesn't need any control. Edges, I'm going to give the edges some roughness. Actually, now that those are lighter, I think I'm going to bring this down even further. And then colored AO. Cool. That should be, yeah. This is fine. Dirt. Let's see what's going on here. Base color for the dirt. Maybe it should be less. Let's see what it looks like with, probably should save. Dude, I definitely picked some very Zergy colors. This color is just a little outside of that range. What was I doing? Lighting. Delicious. Oh no. Oh no. It got scary for a second. That needs to get locked down. That's what that needs to do. Okay, so we're at this point now. Thanos? Is that you? Ooh. No, okay. Well, thank you for coming along on this ride with me for this tentacle thing. We've actually recorded the entire process. I'll probably upload that onto YouTube soon enough. But the future is now. So if you go to this screen, this one right here, right now you get this cool like little flickery stuff, right? The idea that I had, I was talking to Alex about this. No problem, Blaze. So the idea I've had is this screen right here that you're looking at. Basically, while you're waiting for the stream to start, I want to make a looping 3D scene that can sit here. Yes, this is After Effects screen. Korean gamer. The KG. You're the KG now. So, oh, nice. There's that delay again. Here you go. So that idle screen, essentially, I want to make a scene that's kind of like a painterly texture direction-wise. Shapes and details and stuff like that, and kind of theme is more of like a cyberpunk. Either in Blender or in Unreal, and I want to take that look and basically create, what's up, Jam? Create a scene of the entrance of a club called Club Empire, right? I'm gonna need a character artist at some point because I need a bodyguard. I need a bouncer chilling at that door. Want like the neon sign that says like Club Empire right above the door, and it's in some like super grungy, steamy back alley in some cyberpunk street. Just nasty. That's the plan. So what we're actually going to do on stream as we build towards that final scene with all its neon lights and whatnot and foggy air that you shouldn't breathe because it's probably toxic. We're going to take that and then we're going to go through the entire process over who knows how long it's going to take, but I'm going to try and move at a decent pace. But essentially, I want to create the first stream will be me talking about that brief. I'm going to kind of write up a brief on it as well. And then we're going to sit there one stream and we're going to just grab references and we're going to think about all the shapes. I'm going to photo bash and slap a bunch of stuff together and just kind of get a look for a look and feel of the direction we want to take with it. And we'll just slowly, we'll work that way. Then we'll start doing the blockouts. We'll separate all the pieces out. We'll either be doing it all in Blender or we'll start moving it into Unreal. So this one won't take 3 years. Hey, Auntie. It's nice to see you've stepped out of the shadows. It's nice. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. But yeah. Do you guys have any questions? Just to call me out. Dude, I told you guys that scene was never going to be completed. Do you guys have any questions though? And is there something that you guys want specifically covered while I'm building that scene? Because that's something I'm quite interested in hearing. Rocks. Thanks for the resubs, by the way, tonight. And the new follows. So new techniques. No, actually, I think I'll probably just run and gun. I'm sure I'll run into weird hitches when it comes to Blender. But that's probably where a lot of the learning is going to be happening, if there's any learning. Should be interesting. Still a little too strong, I think. There you go. See the senpai at work? I don't know about senpai, but, you know, we'll be here. We'll all be here. There probably won't be too much of a need for sculpting. If there is, it's probably going to be doing like edge decal work, right? Where I make a strip of dented up edges that I can then like place on like a really simple shape to kind of symbolize or show chipping information without actually doing it. Ooh, signs and graphics work. Yes, we'll be getting into that. I'm probably going to have to figure out how to make some posters, which that's a little bit of some unknown territories, but we'll figure it out. A lot of the stuff with that type of stuff, when you have to build that, usually I look to already made posters and figure out how to either replicate or modify it enough that they kind of fit the theme. Outsource to the Empire, dude, that's a great idea. Posters. Stickers. I definitely want a lot of stickers, and I think outsourcing stickers to you guys would be a great way of grabbing you guys and utilizing you. Using you. I'm not going to try and learn character art just to make a bodyguard. That sounds dangerous. That sounds like a time sink. What I might do, though, is contact my buddy Donovan Keel, who's he's actually the guy who, I saw it on my Facebook today. He's the guy who created the red bandana dude in COD. The Dinions. Oh my god. The Dinions? So maybe I can get him to make me some sick bodyguard. You know that dude? You know Donovan Keel? Dude, that guy's awesome, man. We sat next to each other for most of college and both learned how to make game art for almost 4 years. We sat next to each other. Guy's dope, man. If I could, I'd drag him over here to Sweden, but I don't know if he can handle that. Donovan Keel? Went to school together. Wow, we're getting deep here. Anyways. Yeah. What games did you look at through school, and did you have any specific games you thought out and would go, I want to do stuff like that? I think it was Uncharted was like, dude, I want to do stuff like this. But yeah, I think it was Uncharted, and I mean Gears of War was really big then, and we were looking at a lot of like on Polycount, the Highpoly stuff on there, because man, it was just ridiculous. That's what made me want to get into ZBrush, and like our school didn't have it, so I've like forced them. I forced them to have it. Nated, what are you asking? What would I have to find? But yeah, it was Gears of War, Uncharted. That stuff was crazy. Oh, I see what you're saying. Nated. I see. We all know, man. We all know that Sweden is actually Switzerland. Sweden's where all the chocolate's made, man. Oh man. Anyways, it is 9:59. We got to get out of here. Do you have any other questions before I bounce? I can't believe we actually got this ground in here. This is crazy. And the occlusion on the outside edge, I didn't even know if that was going to work or not. My birthday was awesome because I didn't do anything. It was great. I watched a lot of Dark. Did I see that Dragon game in art discussion? I glanced at it, but I need to look at it closer. That would be a pretty interesting thing to see. Empire art as like posters. Yeah, I'm 34 now. What's that? What's this age thing? What's happening? I'm getting older? What is this? I'm not supposed to age. Don't look a day over 25 for the 12th time. I'm only 19, but this made me sad. Why? Because you turned 19? It's just another rotation around the sun, man. That's all it is. One more rotation wiser. You're playing your own battle royale, and you actually survived for another year. Think about that. It's not a birth date. It's another year of survival. You've made it. You're still alive. All right, guys. I have to get out of here. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys. There's no stream on Wednesday because I'm going to go out for food and drinks. But there's a stream on Thursday. Thursday, we're going to do the Discord critiques. It's going to be 2 hours straight of Discord critiques. So pay attention for the channel opening up on the Discord on Thursday. And I will see you guys later, huh? Thanks for coming by. I'll see you again. Peace to you, brother. Hey, thanks for the follow. Have a good night, guys.